Tokyo Expressway World Touring Car 600, one of the hardest races, big running races in Gran Turismo 7, but it doesn't have to be. There is a car that makes it incredibly easy, and you can basically get used to the way the race is, which opens up the ability to use any other car for this race. Not any other car, any other capable car of winning this race. Once you're familiar with the track, once you're familiar with the dynamic of this race, you can do this race in many different cars, and it's really, really enjoyable, guys. So let's get to Tokyo Expressway and tell you exactly how to win this one. So those that are familiar with me and my channel have realised that I am still waiting for this Aston Martin Vulcan. It's available with invite only. I don't have the invite, I've never had the invite, and I still cannot buy this car, which is incredibly frustrated. However, just being at Aston Martin and looking at what I can't have, it made me notice this DP-100 VGT. Now this car I've never owned before. I bought this very recently, and it's incredibly easy to tune, and it absolutely dominates the World Touring Car 600 at Tokyo Expressway. So let's go and get this one done. So I'll give you the full lowdown, the full tune for this at the end of the video, but essentially it's sports hard tyres and reducing the power to get it under the 600 pp limit, and we're good to go. It's incredibly easy to tune. It's a great car to learn to tune with, to do some very simple stuff to get it under that 600 pp rating. So the important thing to note for this race is this car is so fuel efficient. We're not going to need to pit at all in this race. Another thing to pay attention to is short shifting with this car seems to make the car just stay in the power band, stay where the peak power is for the car. So that's a good thing to practice if you're using manual gears. Just as the revs start to appear on the rev counter, just shift up to the next gear and we're good to go. Suck a bit of slipstream off these guys here. 200 meters is your braking reference point. On the brakes at the 200 board and down through the gears. A bit of contact there. I think we may still get away with clean race bonus. You can just clear a bit of contact and get a clean race bonus still. Let's find out at the end of this race. On the corner exit there's this DP-100 is fantastic power, and we don't need to detune it. It's all good. Running on high fuel map. And once you're used to Tokyo Expressway, it's actually an incredibly fun race to do. The track actually flows really well. The walls give the element of danger. We'll sneak to the inside here for the corner exit. Should be able to get 2 for 1 here. Sneak to the inside again. Just going off the speed here for this 4th gear. Right-hander. With it being forward drive, you can kind of rally a little bit on corner exit. That was a little bit too much really, but it's much better as the race progresses, as the track dries out. But it's fun to do, guys. Surprisingly, there's not many ways to tune this car, but it's incredibly balanced. It's well built, this car. And fuel, we've actually got no problems at all. We're 13 laps of fuel, only 11 more laps to go, so we're all good there. So I'll switch back to radar to make sure we keep an eye out for other cars. We're on minimise car contact. The only way you can lose clean race bonus is heavy car contact or severe track limits. I'll show you that in a moment. 200 board is the braking reference, all the way down to 3rd gear, and then you can brake around the corner. It's quite a long sweeping first corner, and the second corner is quite similar. Get on the gas reasonably early on corner exit. The forward drive helps us out a lot, even when it's still very wet. Carry the speed and coast through here. 4th gear helps to get the car turned in. 100 board is where we brake for the slower switchback. 4th gear through here. Just playing with the throttle just to get that car rotating on a corner exit. Under the bridge is where you just get on the brakes. Just before the bridge, actually. Get on the brakes and down to 4th gear. Looking to make a move on the Subaru to the outside, I think. 100 at this point here is where we're going to get on the brakes. We've cleared him, so we're good there. You can carry 4th through there. You can carry 3rd gear, whatever you fancy at the time. So coming towards the end of lap number 2. Let's see, just after the 200 boards, an expansion joint on the floor. That's where we're going to be braking. Down to second gear, leave it to the low rev within seconds, sneak to the inside here of these guys, get the car rotated on the wet part of the track still for the corner exit. You can see the dry line starting to appear. So in the slipstream RX7, short shifting as we go, only 1.5 off the lead of this race, and we're only on lap number 2. And we're not pitting at all in this race, whereas they were pitting at least once. So into the 210s already. The track will start to dry out, the track will start to get faster, and driving Tokyo Expressway as it dries out is incredibly fun. We've not got the top speed to compete with the GTR, but we dominate them in the slow speed stuff. All the way down to third gear, carry the brakes around the first corner. And then again into the second corner, carrying the brakes around, looking for the acceleration point. Got him on acceleration, maybe going to sneak the inside for the sweeper. Bit dangerous, but let's do it anyway. Oh, we're going side by side, he's backed out of that one, that's good, that's good. And we're up on our personal best. Looking for the 100 board to get on the brakes. Carry fourth gear through here. We're much faster than Gallo in the lead of this race. I'm going to get him on corner exit. Easy pass for the lead. And now from this point forwards, it's just about keeping that speed up, improving the lap times as the race dries out, and seeing how fast you can get to that finish line, and that increases your payout per hour. Because it's a lap-based race, you can, the faster you do the race, the more credits you can earn per hour. And I think 1.9 million credits per hour, approximately a 26-ish minute race time is where we're at with this car, guys. And it's incredibly fun to do. It will help to build your skills as you learn to drive this car, and then once you've learned the ways of Tokyo Expressway, you can try other cars that maybe are a little bit more challenging because you've already got that race familiarity. It opens up a bunch of different cars you can use to go and have fun and earn an incredible amount of credits per hour in Gran Turismo 7. So we are coming to the end of lap number 5. We're going to continue on because we are perfectly fine for fuel. But I believe this is, lap number 5 is the lap where Gallo pits. So Gallo is one of the fastest drivers on the track, and here we go, we're going to see him getting to the pits now. He's on the soft tyres, and he isn't going to be able to make it on fuel either, so he needs to pit twice. The guy we need to worry about is Susuilo. He's the guy that only pits once with reasonable speed. And then half race distance for us, finishing lap number 6. This is where Susuilo and most of the other drivers in this race will pit. They'll go for a typical 50-50 half race distance pit strategy. Or not. No, he does pit. It's so far behind, guys. This car is incredible. So starting lap number 8, the track is starting to dry out. There is a dry racing line appearing now. We can start to push the car a little bit more. I'm going to talk you through a full hot lap of this track in the DP-100. Once you get used to driving in this car, you can then explore other cars. So 200 meters is the reference board into turn 1 still, all the way down to third gear. And we're going to continue to carry the brakes round the first part of the corner, almost to the apex. And then we can exit the corner in third gear still. Again, we're going to carry the brakes into the apex and then get on the gas as early as we can, trying to manage that throttle. You can get the car to slide a bit up to fifth gear through here. We're going to just lift and coast a little bit through here, just keeping that car on the dry line is incredibly important. The right hander here is a bit tight, as we're going to go down to fourth gear, braking at the 100, staying in fourth through the left right, and then getting the car exited as nicely as we can. You can be very aggressive on the throttle with this car now. So just before the bridge, we're going to scrub the speed down to fourth, flow it in there nicely. On the gas at the mid part, staying in fourth gear. At the text on the floor, we're going to get on the brakes again, flow it in, and then come all the way through here. We're going to look just past the 100 board is the braking reference. I'm actually going to go down into third gear for this one. I think it just feels a bit better in third gear. Again, staying in third, carrying it around here, looking for a reference point to get on the gas. and all the way on the gas now. So between the 200 and the 150 board is where we're going to brake into the final hairpin, all the way down to second gear, looking for the reference point now. Looking for the dry line. Don't run too wide because you're getting the wet stuff and it's still very slippery out there. Squeezing the throttle a little bit too much there in that instance, was a bit pushed wide. You either want to just jab the throttle to get the car to rotate, or you want to just be smooth on the throttle so the car doesn't understeer. If you're a bit mid-throttle, it kind of does a bit of an understeery nothingness. And again, it's short shifting all the way down the straight. To complete this lap, it should be a personal best. Will it be into the 207s? Not quite. 208 to 101. Still plenty of time in this car. I'm going to go across the line, lap number 12. I'm going to get a run to the finish line, and it's going to be just over 26 minutes. That's a fantastic race time, guys. So it is going to be a 26 minute and 8 second race time, and it's going to be an 825,000 credit payout with the clean race bonus. It is possible to lose the clean race bonus. It's probably the more challenging races of them all to maintain the clean race bonus, but it's a very, very fun track. So let's get straight to the tune. So here is the tune on screen right now. So it's going to be with the sports hard tyres front and rear. You can't change anything at all in the first column. It's incredibly simple. There's nothing you can do for that one. You can't change downforce front or rear, so it is what it is. It is with a fully customizable ECU, and mine is set to 89. Now you see how early in the rev range the high power output is. This is why short shifting with this car is probably more beneficial than letting it rev all the way to 8,500 RPM. Ballast, I've got 2 ballasts. There's no ballast positioning, and the power restrictor is at 71. Again, the torque and power curves for this engine are very more towards the lower end of the rev range. Transmission, nothing to do there, nothing we do here. Nothing on anything really that I've got to fit on the car. It's a very, very simple tune, guys. Let me know what you think of it so far in the comments below. If you think this car looks ugly, I'd kind of agree with you. If you want to choose a different car for Tokyo Expressway, click on the video on screen right now. That's going to take you to a fantastic different car, different way to earn amazing credits at Tokyo Expressway, including the easiest method known to man. Go over there, click that video, and we'll catch you in the next one.